I am so thankful for our close friendship, and I'm not the only one. My teammate makes everyone he meets feel like bros after minutes of talking to them. I aspire to be as talented as he is in welding, have as much endurance as he does when running, and as much energy as he possesses at ridiculously early hours of the morning. My appreciation for his contagious excitement, endearing compassion, and devotion to helping everyone around him is unending. New Jersey FFA members, please help me in welcoming my friend and your 2016-2017 State Sentinel, Josh Loew.
I'm the Tiger immediately makes me think of the underdog, Rocky Balboa. Most of us know the story of Rocky Balboa, an underdog amateur boxer who comes back to the world heavyweight champion. The movie proved that a nobody could become a somebody, spreading motivation and hope across the country. But it was just a movie, right? This is the part I find the most interesting. Most people don't know that Sylvester Stallone, who played Rocky, was actually a real-life underdog. He had a tough childhood and dreamed of becoming an actor. When nobody would let him play a role, he took matters into his own hands and wrote the script for Rocky, earning him a lifetime of fame. I, too, am an underdog. And being an underdog has taught me two very important lessons. We can't let anything stop us, and we shouldn't doubt ourselves or dwell on the past. I learned the hard way that life never goes the way you plan. 2 years ago, at my family's 4th of July celebration, my family and I were out back target shooting with 22 pistols. This is something my family does all the time. My grandpa and I were standing side by side, shooting at a target. His gun wasn't shooting accurately, and in order for his gun to shoot correctly, he would need to adjust his sights. I wanted to get a bullseye first, and my dad always tells me to squeeze the trigger easy and let the gun surprise you when it goes off. I took aim, but before I could even squeeze the trigger, I heard a gunshot. What the heck? The sound I heard didn't come from my gun. It sounded strange and close. I felt a stinging feeling in my leg, and when I looked down, what the heck? A small spot of blood was forming on my leg. What the heck? It was at this moment I realized I got shot. And I was in complete shock at the moment. While my grandfather was trying to adjust his sights, the gun fired unexpectedly, and the bullet passed straight through my calf muscle. I didn't know how to react. So, passed straight through my calf muscle, and I always considered myself to be mentally strong, but in this situation, I was defeated. As an avid runner, this was devastating, and I questioned the future. This is a feeling I'm sure we have all felt, but we can't let obstacles stand in our way. For me, it was a bullet wound. For others, it could have been an injury, disappointment, or rejection. But we can't let obstacles stand in our way. Looking back, it is crazy to think that I got shot. But I guess everyone ends up taking a hit in some way. 5 weeks later, my cross-country coach encouraged me to come to a running camp. But I hadn't ran since my bullet wound. At the running camp, I doubted myself. But my coach told me I was fine to run and that I just needed to believe in myself. For that week of practice, I ran as if nothing had ever happened to me. The tightness and pain faded as soon as I was back to doing what I loved. Now, this experience had a much more positive impact on me than a negative one. It brought my grandfather and me closer, and it taught me a valuable lesson. You should never stand next to your grandfather when he's shooting a gun. On a more serious note, it taught me that you must never give up. Find your motivation. You can't avoid the hurdles life will throw at you. You can try to jump over them or run through them, but you cannot walk away. These tough times in your life are there to make you stronger. Determine what you want to achieve, and no matter what gets in your way, you must continue to work toward that goal. As FFA members, we have a lot of opportunities. Set goals to improve your supervised agricultural experience, win a career development event, and serve in leadership positions. Think about how little time you have within the FFA, and then start working towards those goals. Now, when I start out a race, I usually start out very quickly. I give it my all in order to get in a good position for the race. I can't say the same for when I joined FFA. As an FFA member, I was off to a slow start. I let my lack of confidence hold me back. But when I finally realized my membership wasn't over yet, I began to pick up speed. By studying and working hard, I was able to place first in individual demonstration. I did well in a couple of other CDEs, and even got elected as chapter president. I realized I had potential and set a goal to run for state office. But I had never stuck out as anyone special in the past, so people usually didn't notice me. This past year, I walked into state convention feeling like a stranger. Now, I'm looking at it all with my friends. This past year has been the absolute craziest and amazing moments of my life. I've had opportunities I never thought would be possible. It's never too late to make a difference. We shouldn't doubt ourselves or think we're restricted by the past. I didn't believe I was capable of becoming a state officer. I spent too much time thinking about what I had done instead of what I had to offer for the future. If I hadn't found that inner strength to believe in myself, I wouldn't have had this life-changing opportunity. Do not let the negative thoughts in your head or your past interfere with your future, because you are capable of much more than you will ever know. From now on, if you have a goal, believe in yourself and work to achieve it. Every time I overcame an obstacle, I became that much closer to the person I am trying to be. I've had to push myself through pain and fear. I've had to find my confidence. Getting shot and doubting myself are things that I could have let hold me back. In fact, somebody in this audience right now is letting something hold them back. From this point forward, we must push ourselves to the limits. Take advantage of as many opportunities as possible. Jump over every hurdle thrown in our way. And only then will we be able to look back at the end of our race and be proud of the life we lived. Write your own Rocky script and go from underdog to top dog. If you were sitting around waiting for the starting pistol, if you were waiting for the gun to go off, let this night be that signal. The race has begun.